And we are back in the building, back with some more boxing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and all that good stuff. Now, guys, I am elated. I am truly excited. I couldn't wait to get on today because I watched one of the most important interviews when it comes to the sport of boxing, something that the fans have been dreaming about. Turki Alalshikh, His Excellency, has been sent by the boxing gods to save the sport of boxing. To save the sport of boxing. First of all, shout out to ADE. ADE did the interview, ADE of the Zone. I've been watching ADE's channel for some years now, so I think he does excellent work, and he did a hell of an interview with His Excellency Turki Alalshikh. Now, I want to go over some of the talking points of the interview, guys, because this is great. If he can get his vision of boxing across, this is going to be great for the boxing fans. Now, he talked about, he's a big fan of boxing. He talked about being a big fan of boxing. And I know he's a big fan of boxing because ADE asked him about his favorite fighters. And he said he had two favorite fighters. And he said that his favorite fighters were Larry Holmes and Roberto Duran. And I was just blown away when he said that because I am a true fan of Larry Holmes. Growing up, Larry Holmes was, the guy to me. And I know he knows his boxing. And it just blew me away. So I know he's in our corner. We've been wanting a guy like this that has, the power to make things happen. They have the revenue to make things happen. They have the cash to make things happen. Now, he talked about how he studies boxing. He said that he studies it and he has a team that studies things for him. And he brought up a fact that back in the 70s, in the early 80s, boxing was the number one sport. And now it's the number 14th sport. So you can see that decline in the popularity of boxing throughout the years. And he wants to make boxing great again. And he talked about how he was talking our language. He was talking about how, the promoters aren't working together to make, fights happen. They don't want to play nice together. He talked about how some of the fighters, don't want to face the best competition. They want to take the easy route, pretty much. I'm paraphrasing here, but he brought these things up. And those are the issues we've been having, promoters not playing nice, giving us mediocre product, maybe having one good fight on the card and the rest of the card is just trash. He wants to fix all that. And you guys see that in the fight, in the card we just saw in Riyadh with Anthony Joshua, Otto Vailene, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. That was a stacked card, guys. It was a stacked card, and they delivered. They really delivered on that card, and I was so excited about that. And he wants to do more of that. We got the big card coming up on March 8th with Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. And Francis Ngannou is a UFC fighter, but he made, a name for himself in the sport of boxing, taking on, giving the lineal champion and the WBC champion and Tyson the Gypsy King Fury a run for his money. So, yeah, that's a huge fight. Now, he did talk about the Deontay Wilder equation. He talked about, how, they do want Wilder to come back. But you guys know Wilder didn't perform that well. He performed poorly against Joseph Parker. So that's basically why they bought Joseph Parker back for the card. It's Joseph Parker versus Zhali Zhang. Instead of, it was going to be Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, but Wilder didn't perform well. And they want to make the biggest fight. So, of course, Ngannou would be the biggest thing versus Anthony Joshua outside of the other picks that they had. I think it was Zhali Zhang and Hrgovic. Ngannou, a no-brainer for excitement. It brings two different fan bases together, and it just makes for an exciting event. So he talked about that. So while he said they want Wilder back, so Wilder will be back. As long as Wilder gets his stuff together, guys, we can see him on another card over in Saudi Arabia. So that's good news that they're not just piecing Wilder out. Now, Let's see what else he talked about here. He talked about bringing in the younger generation of fans, with music and DJs and different camera angles and good trailers and things like that. Those are the type of things they need to do. Think outside the box, and I think that's what they're doing. Thinking outside the box, bringing in younger fans into the sport of boxing, because that's what we need. We need to bring in new fans, and I just like this talk coming from His Excellency. Let's see. He talked about making the fights that the people want to see. And that's been the biggest problem that we talked about, a little bit earlier, making the fights that the people want to see, regardless of what platform they're on. You see, they were able to get Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren on the same page, something that, seemed like it was damn near impossible before, but they made it happen. His Excellency made it happen. So it can be done. Now, he talked about, let's see what else. He talked about wanting to have Devin Haney over there on a card. And ADE brought up, maybe possibly Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis. So he said that, he'd probably reach out to Al Heyman. And that's what needs to happen. These guys need to work together. And I think Turki Alalshikh is that guy to bring people together. You can see the respect that, he commands. And I don't hear anybody talking bad about him. Everybody's respecting this guy, and he wants what's best for the sport of boxing. They got deep pockets. They respect the fans, and, they're able to give us big fights. That's all the boxing fans want. If you make good product, they will come. And the biggest problem has been these promotion companies not working together, wanting to, I don't know, just not make the best fights that are possible, because they don't want one up the other. That's basically what it's been. And fighters wanting to take the easy route, not face the best competition. He talked about having the biggest fights. Tyson Fury versus Usyk. Anthony Joshua versus the winner of that. And of course, you got Ngannou, and he talked about Wilder, of course. So I am just excited about, the future of boxing when it comes to Saudi Arabia, when it comes to His Excellency Turki Alalshikh. He's speaking the language of the people, and he's been sent by the boxing gods to save the sport of boxing, and he's in our corner, guys. So we have to support him. We have to support these fights over in Saudi Arabia. It's a new day. It's a new day for the sport of boxing, and I hope these promotion companies can see his vision and make these fights happen. Everybody can win. These platforms can win. The fans can win. The fighters can win. This is a win-win situation, and we need to support it as boxing fans. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Turki Alalshikh. If you haven't watched the interview, make sure you get over to the Zone's YouTube channel and check that out. As a true boxing fan, I think you're really going to be excited about the things that His Excellency is talking about. So you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.